Hello and welcome back to another one of Paul's beer reviews. Hope you're all doing well. I've got a New England IPA for you, and it is the latest release for one of my favourite breweries, one of my local breweries, Mad Squirrel, and this is their Cloudburst, and it's a New England double IPA coming in 8% ABV. First thing, I really like the colour scheme they've gone with on the can, the colour, the Cloudburst, clouds and rain. And it looks like paint's kind of dripping off the side of the can. I really like that. It really caught my eye. So whoever came up with that, well done. So yeah, 8% double New England IPA. Yeah, 20 IBU level, 440ml can. It says, Cloudburst rains flavour all over your taste buds in an explosion of tropical fruits. Keep your head in the clouds, thinking about your next sip. Rays of citrus, peach, passion fruit and pineapple shine through. A soft, pillowy New England double IPA. Contains water, malted barley, wheat, oats, hops, dextrose, yeast. Brewed with Galaxy and Brew One hops. Yeah, sounds great. Really does. Yeah, ridiculously fresh. Yeah, let's get this one out. See if it's any good. I'm right in the mood for a New England IPA. I don't often say that, but I think I've been drinking stouts and porters and West Coasts and pale ales and lagers and things so much over the last few months. I think I'm ready to jump back on the kind of fruity IPA wagon. So I thought I'd get that back in full swing with a big double New England IPA. It looks the part, really does look the part. And I've gone full Mad Squirrel fanboy by chucking it in my Mad Squirrel glass. So there is this double New England IPA. Lovely, hazy, orange colour to it. There's another way of describing that. That is just bright, hazy orange. You can see it. Might be able to see some sediment floating around in that. As ever with Mad Squirrel, unfiltered. Even says it on the can. Naturally hazy. Unfined, maximum flavour, suitable for vegans. Yeah, they don't filter their beers. Lovely one finger, creamy white head. It looks lovely. It really does look the part. Bit of lacing on the glass. Let's get me snout in, see what sort of aroma we're dealing with. Quite a light aroma actually. Peach is jumping out at me. Peach, a little bit of is that passion fruit? Peach, pineapple, passion fruit. It smells very fruity. It doesn't smell overly ripe though. It doesn't smell too strong, which is quite encouraging. Because some things that can put me off New England IPAs is where they're too fruity, too dank, you know. That smells quite balanced. I'm going to get stuck in. Cheers. Whoa. You can tell that's a big beer. That's really fruity, really tropical, really creamy. You can tell there's oats in there. Pineapple, passion fruit on the flavour. Peach doesn't really come through on the flavour, which I was getting on the aroma. But definitely passion fruit, definitely pineapple. Really soft on the mouthfeel, really, again, described it, pillowy, it's a good word. It's slightly creamy, very smooth, really coats the palate. And there's a very, very smooth bitterness at the back end. Carbonation is really gentle. Really, really gentle. You only get the slightest bit. You only get the slightest bit kind of the tip of your tongue. Just as your tongue starts to acclimatise itself to what you've got on it. There's a little bit of fizz there, but it's very gentle. Very, very gentle carbonation. But it doesn't need it. There's orange. I'm getting orange Pineapple, passion fruit, definitely. Here comes the bitterness. Bitterness from the hops. It's a bit boozy. You are getting that slight boozy kick towards the back end. There's a slight warming sensation going on in my chest now. You can tell I've just had a few swigs of an 8% beer. It's boozy. It's fruity. It's smooth. It's quite pleasant. I'm not sure I like this as much as I like their Roadkill, which is their core range New England IPA. I'm not quite sure this is as good as that. But it's very fresh, very tasty. Excuse me. But I am going to say it does feel slightly heavy. It does feel slightly heavy. I'm very aware that I'm drinking a boozy beer right now. And I feel like the more I drink it, the more that sort of combination of warmth and bitterness is coming through, starting to take over. The orange, the pineapple, the passion fruit that I got on the first swig. It feels like that side to it is dying down. And the warmth, the booziness, the bitterness is just starting to take over. Oh. But definitely a tropical flavour to it. Definitely tropical. The oats in the brew make it very creamy, very smooth. Very easy drinking. But now I'm left with a lingering bitterness. A lingering bitterness on my tongue, in the palate, and a warmth in my chest, back of my throat from that 8% ABV. I'm not sure if I've had a New England. This is probably the first double New England IPA I've had. I've had double IPAs, but I can't remember if I've had a double IPA that specified it was a New England style. So this might be a first for me. A double New England IPA. Excuse me. Yeah, I think I just like my New England IPAs perhaps are just a little bit lighter. A little bit lighter, a little bit moreish, I guess. If you fancy a boozy New England IPA, you could probably do far worse than this. This is decent. It's another decent beer from Mad Squirrel. I don't think it's one I'm going to rush out and buy again. I bought a couple of cans. This literally was delivered like just before I started this video. I put in an order, doing a local beer themed live stream on Saturday afternoon. So I put in an order of Mad Squirrel because they've released a few new beers over the last few weeks that I hadn't tried yet. This was the one I was really keen to get hold of because I really fancied the New England IPA. They've just been delivered. I opened the box and they're cold. They've obviously come like from down the road at the brewery in Hemel. They've come down here this afternoon and they're still cold. It was about perfect drinking temperature. So I just cracked it open and got stuck in. Soft mouthfeel, gentle carbonation, peach, passion fruit, pineapple. Nice citrusy, tropical bitterness at the back end. Really creamy. And it warms you up. You feel that 8% after a few swigs. But all in all, that's a decent beer. That's a decent beer. If you fancy a double New England, try that. Mad Squirrel's Cloudburst. I still think I prefer Roadkill. I think Roadkill was a better New England IPA, but like I say, this is that on, this is that on steroids basically. But I think I prefer the lighter version. But it's good though. It's another good beer. I'm going to give that an 8 out of 10. Really like it. 8 out of 10 for Mad Squirrel's Cloudburst New England Double IPA. 8% ABV. Bought this on the Mad Squirrel website. It was, I believe it was £5. Might have been £5.50 a can. £5.50. Something like that. Maybe £5.60. Not the cheapest beer in the world, but it's a double IPA, so you kind of have to come to expect that nowadays, I guess. I think it was £5.60, £5.60 a can on Mad Squirrel website. Go check it out if this sounds like your kind of thing. 8 out of 10. I hope you enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up if you have, and until my next one, you guys take care.